On this episode of All Things Plastics, we are sitting down with Stephanee from Indiana, who is a walking testimony of resilience. After dropping 80 pounds in just 8 months, Stephanee turned to Smart Lipo to tighten her skin and celebrate her transformation. But life had other plans. Just 2 months post-op, she found out that she was pregnant, undoing the results before she got to even enjoy them. From being operated on by a non-board certified surgeon in Indianapolis, who later became tied to a tragic patient death, to a full mommy makeover in Atlanta with zero recovery home support, Stephanee's journey is raw, real, and jaw-dropping. Abandoned by someone who lied about having surgery and left crying in her surgeon's office the day after her procedures, this is one story you'll never forget. Everyone, let's welcome Stephanee to the show. Hi, doll.
Hello.
We need to just dive into this because this story, when I was reading this email that you were answering my podcast questions, I got chills when I even replied to your email. I was like, oh my God.
It is crazy.
Girl, let's start off with, where are you from originally and what do you do for work?
So I'm from a little bit everywhere, born in Pennsylvania, mainly raised in South Florida and California. I'm a traveling beer vendor with my husband. So if you've ever been to like sporting events, concerts, we're the ones that are selling you your beer.
Love that. And I've seen your page and you and your husband are really into fitness. Did you always know you were going to get plastic surgery like growing up? Or is it something that happened after you lost that 80 pounds? How did that journey start for you?
Definitely after losing the 80 pounds, that was way too fast. And I learned so many lessons, did it by myself, from major diet change and like waist training. So just the amount of loose skin that I had, like I was never going to feel 100% comfortable. Always taping my skin was not fun. So
wait, you were taping your skin?
24/7, like
Shut
even during
up.
my
Wait.
pregnancy.
Explain what taping the skin if the girls don't know.
So after you have plastic surgery, normally you get your skin taped to help like reduce fluid, move it around, but it can also help lift your apron belly. It can help lift your skin. It can help you like just feel a little bit more confident when you take that tape off. Obviously it sucks, but having it on does give you a little bit more confidence.
So you were doing that before you got your first round of lipo, correct?
Yes.
Got you. And how the hell did you lose 80 pounds so fast?
So I went through a really bad breakup. I was with my first narcissist and he literally made me hit all-time rock bottom.
Wait, she said I was with my first narcissist.
It was bad. Never knew what that meant until him, but just like at my all-time low and wanted to finally like feel good in my own skin. So I started doing a bunch of research. I watched a documentary on Netflix called What the Health and the Game Changer and almost went completely raw vegan.
Oh my goodness.
So eating complete BS to going raw vegan is very drastic.
Yeah.
And while I was doing that, I wore a waist trainer every single day. So that way I would be compressing my fat. So people think my shape is not really my shape prior to surgery, but really I built the body that I have before surgery.
If you waist train long enough, you can totally have some shape for sure.
And if you wear it when you're bigger, like girls will wear it for a few minutes in the gym, like it's like Invisalign. You have to wear it every single day, all day long, other than when you're eating. Same with the waist trainer, every single day, other than when you're sleeping.
Yes.
And you got to have the bone structure. So like if you're already smaller or you don't have the right bone structure, you're obviously not going to achieve what I did. That's why majority of people don't believe me, but that's okay.
And did the haters think that you did like Ozempic or any type of semaglutide or anything to lose that weight? Have you gotten any of that?
No, but they're all like, oh, you've had so many BBLs, your body's botched as hell, you've done this. Like if I lost all that weight and then had Smart Lipo done and had that fat sucked out, like on my midsection, obviously fat's going to go elsewhere. So it went to my love handles, it went to my arms, it went to my face. So it didn't go in my waist area. So I was able to keep it small. So people's like, just accusing me of every surgery under the sun.
So many assumptions, and I've seen that, and we're definitely going to dive into that. But let's start with your first procedure and the shocking aftermath. So you chose Smart Lipo in Indianapolis. Take us on that journey when you first got your first round of lipo, BBL, and then what happened after that?
Okay, so I chose Smart Lipo because you can determine how much skin tightening you do. Normal liposuction, you have to pay additional for J plasma, and that definitely adds up.
Sure does.
Smart Lipo also is way smaller incision, so I like that option. My friend referred me to this guy. She's had multiple rounds of BBL, multiple rounds of lipo with him. He was in Indianapolis. Her results I really liked. I maybe paid like $5,000 for Lipo 360.
Okay.
And it wasn't like super expensive. And it was in my city.
And so you researched this doctor in Indianapolis through your friend and you immediately went to him. No other research with anyone else, correct?
No. The surgeons in this area like are so expensive. If I got a tummy tuck in Carmel, Indiana, let's say, it would be like $20,000. It would be very mediocre. So
Yeah.
they're not like pretty. It's not worth paying that much for something that's so basic.
And
so I
what
didn't do
year?
a lot of research on him, unfortunately.
Gotcha. And what year was this Smart Lipo?
In 2022.
2022. Okay. And how did you like your results? I know you only had your results for what you said, 2 months?
Literally 2 months.
Girl, how were those 2 months?
So good. Like at first, the pictures a few days after surgery, like there's so much loose skin. So I was like, dude, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah.
But my massage girl got me together, and by day 11, like my stomach was literally a whole totally different person. I felt so much better about myself. Like taping my skin was so minimum.
Yeah.
And I felt great. Then obviously got pregnant. So
you got pregnant 2 months after getting your first plastic surgery procedure, lipo.
I got married and then literally got pregnant 2 weeks after getting married.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So did you wait the full 6 weeks of not having sexy time before? The math ain't mathin', sis.
I mean, I don't know. How long are you supposed to wait to have sex after?
Minimum 6 weeks.
Oh, well, yeah, no, we probably did not do that then.
Oh my goodness. And how did you assume or find out that you were pregnant?
I don't ever track my period because it's always like irregular, and it just happened to be like really far off. And I was like, but I also told him to like come in me 4 different times that night. Oh, to myself. But I have a 16-year-old, so I honestly, truly believed I couldn't get pregnant because it had been so long. And then like
you know it does not work that way.
I mean, I learned the hard way.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you got married, you did the deed, did not use protection, and then you got pregnant. What was your emotions after that? Like, oh my goodness, like I just wasted time and money, and I'm going to, give birth in 9 months. Like, what was your head space after you found out you were pregnant?
So me and my husband were super huge into working out and in the gym every day. So I really planned on working on my whole pregnancy. I planned on eating healthier. So I was like, okay, maybe, I won't be that bad off. Maybe just have a little bit of loose skin. I can go for a second round if need be.
Okay.
And I actually felt pretty good after I had my daughter. I stopped breastfeeding her at 6 months and then got pregnant again. Yeah.
I'm so shook. So, well, I mean, at that point, you might as well go for it, right, sis? Because you already the results are out the window from the first lipo round. Right. So you already had your baby. You might as well, if you were going to have another kid, at least you didn't get surgery and then go have another baby again.
Right. So it kind of worked out in my favor, but.
Yes. So now, how much weight did you gain with the first and the second pregnancy?
So the first one, I probably only, so you're talking about like my 16-year-old or my 2 youngest?
Your 2 youngest.
Okay, 2 youngest. I gained maybe like 35 to 40 pounds. So more than I should have, but it wasn't like an excessive amount, I don't feel.
35 to 40 pounds in each pregnancy?
Yeah.
Okay. My goodness. Now, let's talk about, when did you realize that the surgeon you went to wasn't even board certified?
So I did not find out until the girl that referred me to him went in Christmas, and I found out she had died. He ended up puncturing her bowel while he was doing lipo. And that is when I found out that he was a weight loss surgeon or a weight loss doctor. He was a bariatric surgeon, but has been kicked out of numerous hospitals. So he was doing like weight loss clinic stuff in his office, but was performing plastic surgery in his doctor's office.
I literally have chills.
Yeah, it's bad.
My goodness. And you found this out after you already had your surgery, and you found it out after the girl who referred you died on the table?
Right.
He punctured her bowel.
Yeah.
That is, do you know how deep you have to go with that liposuction cannula to puncture someone's bowel?
Well, if you're not trained in that specialty, I mean, that's what is going to happen, unfortunately.
And I can't even imagine your headspace after you found that information out. How did you find out? Did her family, did you see it online in the news?
It was all over social media, all over the news. He has like 121 cases against him right now. Like, it's crazy because they took his license away, that he can't practice anything for a whole year, but he's not going to jail. He's not facing any charges. Like, he was crying in court that he can't afford his lawyer and his house is in foreclosure.
I'm sorry,
but a boy will never come home and see his mom again.
Yeah. You're crying about your house and you can't afford a lawyer, but you just killed someone on the operating room table. Yeah. And he has so many lawsuits against him. This is crazy. I'm so, I feel so bad that someone had to lose their life, but I'm also glad that you're here today to tell this story, because
100%.
This is something that needs to be made aware of. Non-board certified surgeons, he's not even a plastic surgeon, are operating on people, taking their money, and sometimes that person ends up dead.
And the crazy thing is he literally did my surgery in his office. He gave me 9 Percocets to put me to sleep. There was no anesthesiologist. There was no anybody in the room. Like, it was him and another nurse. I walked myself back there. He gave me 3 or 4 more, and I was out.
Shut the hell up. This is making me so angry.
Oh, yeah, it's insane. My mom, when she came to pick me up, they told my mom that I was in such bad condition they weren't going to let me leave till everybody in the lobby left because they didn't want any of their new clients to see me.
What a shady motherfucker. Excuse my language, but
no, for real.
He just gave you 9 Percocet, laid you on not even an operating room table. You were in his office, no anesthesia, and said, okay, we're going to do some lipo.
Yep.
That's it. I don't even know what to say. That is mind blowing to me. Did you have any, like, obviously this was your first plastic surgery. Were you like, ooh, like this is a little sus? Or were you like, okay, like, what was your thought process?
I honestly was so excited to have it done, to like finally feel good about myself again. Like, wasn't really paying attention to what was happening. He told me it was like for my anxiety and to like calm me down. But I didn't realize they were going to keep giving them to me. I didn't realize that when I got to the room that I wasn't going to have anesthesia, that was what was going to put me to sleep.
9 Percocet. He threw 9 Percocet down your mouth and said, okay.
Yeah.
Girly. Insane. That is insane. And what was the girl who passed away getting? Do you know?
More lipo.
Just lipo?
That's what the scary thing about plastic surgery is. It is so addicting, and some girls don't know when to stop. And like, she already had a great figure, but girls don't understand the difference between subcutaneous and visceral fat.
Yes.
So when they go to get tummy tucks and they go to get lipo and they're like, oh, I'm still so big and swollen, like, no, maybe your internal fat. Like, that's not anything a doctor can take. Go get more liposuction. It's literally going to do nothing. Like, you're putting your life in jeopardy.
And you made such a good point. For the girlies out there who don't know, you had, as you said, visceral fat and abdominal fat. And pretty much there's fat on the outer part of your abdomen, and then there's fat on the inner part of your abdomen. The surgeon can only lipo the outer part of your abdomen. So your other fat they cannot get to. That is diet. That is exercise. That is something that you have to fix, and the surgeon can't. So yeah, she's right. You go get lipo and you're still a little chunky and you're like, hey, what the hell? I just dropped $10,000. No, the surgeon can't get to that. That's all you, babe.
If you can't pinch it, he ain't taking it out.
Yes. My goodness. Poor thing. And how many rounds of lipo was that for her?
I don't know. Maybe like 2, 3, but I know she's had like 2 or 3 rounds of a BBL with him also. So I can't say.
Wow. And like the 5th, 6th time she ended up passing.
Yeah.
Ugh. And he's not practicing anymore, right?
No, but he's still allowed to be in his office and do like weight loss for people. He prescribes Adderall and other stuff. Like, it's insane.
Ugh. Have you put this man on blast, or are you just like, you know what? I'm minding my business and I'm never going back again?
I haven't shared my story with very many people just because I did actually like my results. I mean, it's horrible what happened, but I mean...
But just knowing that he has so many cases, like he's probably ruined so many women's life for not having the proper expertise. Like,
no, for real.
Did you at least leave like a Yelp review? Like, hey, my results were good, but this is also what's going down. So be cautious, at least.
I should, because it's definitely like hush hush that he was even doing plastic surgery.
No,
like,
sis.
No one even really knew.
You need to. Like, you can say, hey, my results were good. Take a look at him. He's not board certified, and look at his cases. You don't have to, you know, put your friend's info out there because HIPAA, but at least like tell the girls to do their damn research, because that's not okay.
No.
Oh my goodness.
There was one guy that he did liposuction on, and the guy said that he woke up during his surgery and he's actually filming the surgeon while he's operating, still on him. And the surgeon didn't make him like put his phone away, didn't take his phone, nothing. And the guy's like awake and telling him like he doesn't feel good. Like, he's one of the people that has a lawsuit. But it's like insane that the surgeon really just let this guy keep filming as if like this is going to be beneficial for him.
At the end of the day, I don't even want to call this motherfucker a surgeon, because
no, he's definitely not.
He's not a surgeon.
At all.
All right. Before I get angrier, let's talk about your new mommy makeover, post babies, post lipo nightmare. Let's fast forward to May 2025. You chose Mia Aesthetics in Atlanta for your full mommy makeover. Take us on that journey. How did you find them? Why did you choose them? And what did you get done?
Okay, so I've been following Dr. Fazouzi for a long time on Instagram. His results are phenomenal. Going through the process with Mia Aesthetics is a nightmare. It is literally the worst experience ever. I don't recommend that to anyone. Once you get to the actual surgeon, you feel so much better, so much more confident. Like, you literally will send them that you're interested. They send you an email. You submit like full nude pictures of yourself. You talk to a customer service representative, pay a deposit. And then you really don't hear from them. If you got questions, like it's damn
That's
near
it.
impossible to talk
They
to
take
them.
your info, they take your nudes, they take your money, and then that's it. They drop you. You don't hear from them until they find a surgeon for you.
No, so you pick what surgeon you want. So you tell them
Gotcha.
like where you're interested, who you want to go see, and then they'll tell you like their prices, what their availability is, whatever.
Okay.
It just all seems sketch until you actually
There's
meet
no
with Dr.
follow-up.
Fazuzzi,
There's
at
no,
least.
yeah, everything is, I understand what you're saying. And a lot of these, I call them chop shops, like these like aesthetic spas or these plastic surgery centers. They're literally chop shops, and they literally take your money and dump you. When you go to a private practice, you really get the full experience. You come in, you get your consults, you meet the surgeon, you meet the nurse, you meet the MA, you meet the whole squad, right? And like, they answer questions leading up to your surgery and after surgery. But places like these, yeah, they might have good results. But hey, if you're looking for that good bedside manner or someone to text if you're nervous, you ain't going to get that from them.
Right. Now, I will say Dr. Fazuzzi like does have really good bedside manner. He is probably different than majority of these other surgeons. He actually genuinely does care, does take his time with you. But yeah, definitely chop shop getting you in and out. Like I literally didn't know how much liposuction I was going to get done prior to, with having a limit, getting two different things done. So finally meeting him, I was like, okay, cool.
And you met him in person for your consultation before the surgery, correct?
Yeah, so I was supposed to have surgery on Wednesday, May 7th, but like a dumbass, I was making vegetables and I ate 2 of them and I wasn't supposed to eat anything. So they asked if I ate and I said yes. So they actually canceled my surgery till the next day because he was like, there's a really good chance you could aspirate. And like, that's not.
And for those, the importance for the girlies who are like, well, she only ate 2 little vegetables. Pretty much when they put you to sleep, the anesthesiologist, and they intubate you, which they stick a small tube down your throat to help you breathe because you're highly medicated. They don't want, when you go to sleep, anything in your stomach coming up and can block your airway or coming up and go into your lungs. So that's a big thing. Even if she had 2 small vegetables, that is a high risk, and it's better just to push your surgery by a day.
And it's not worth lying about. Like I posted a video and all these people are like, oh, you shouldn't have told him.
No.
Fine. I'm like, I'm not going to risk my life. I'm already putting my life at risk.
It's one day or your life. Yeah.
So it was kind of bullshit though, because the nurse that was like checking me in was on the phone with the manager and she was like, why are we pushing her surgery to another day? And she's like, the surgeon doesn't want her to do it today. We have to do it tomorrow. And the manager was like pushing it and like, she's like, no, like I can't override the surgeon. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
yeah,
you don't do your job because you got to push me back one more day. Like, you'll be okay.
She's mad because she had to coordinate. She has to reserve another room. She has to contact anesthesiologist. She has to do a little bit extra work. But the fact that she wasn't advocating for like the fucking patient, aka you, girl,
shouldn't even care.
She didn't even care. She was just mad she had to do extra work and rearrange the schedule.
No, for real. It's crazy.
My gosh. Now, tell the girls what you got done. What was included in your mommy makeover?
So I did a tummy tuck, BBL, inner thigh lipo with J plasma. I had my love handles reduced drastically because my butt was just not blending with how fat my love handles were. So I had extra J plasma added to my love handles. I was supposed to get upper back lipo with J plasma, but I'm like 99% positive he did not do it. Just based on looking at my back, I'm in compression 24/7, foams, boards, and a stage 2 that's already customized. So there's no reason why my back looks the way it does, feels the way it does. So I'm going to be reaching out to him because I'm pretty positive he did not do my upper back, but tummy tuck, BBL, love handles, inner thighs, and tons of J plasma.
Okay. And how much did this cost you in Atlanta for your full mommy makeover?
So like total everything, like massages, everything?
No. Just the surgery itself, not the post-op treatments or care.
So tummy tuck and BBL was like $14,200. I think I paid like $5,600 extra for liposuction and J plasma. So upper back, inner thighs, and then J plasma in 3 areas.
So roughly about $16,000 for your mommy makeover, just the surgery alone.
Yeah. Maybe close to 20. Close to 20.
And you stated that you did some post-op massages. When did you start those massages and how many treatments have you done since May?
So I was an idiot and booked 3 massages with them, found out they're like super rushed. So I was like, scratch that. I don't want to do that. So I had this girl come and do my massages, but the first one was good. After that, I had 2 more from her. She got like 0 fluid out. So I was really like, okay, can I just get a refund on my last 2?
Oh my gosh.
So I came back home and I've probably had like maybe 7 home. So maybe like a total of 10.
And you said that Mia Aesthetics, which is the surgery center, they offered lymphatic massages, but how long was your session? Like 45?
No, they say that they're like 15 minutes long and they're like super rushed and like they're painful and like They just kind of, and then they're done.
Ew.
I mean, you pay $83 a session, so I mean, you're really
Not
ain't paying shit.
Not an $83 lymphatic massage at a chop shop. Are you kidding me? That's already the biggest red flag. Stephanee, girl!
I know, it's crazy.
So crazy. Oh my gosh. Now, what do you, after all the chaos, how do you feel about your current results? How many months post-op are you? What, we're in June?
I will be a month tomorrow.
You're only a month post-op?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had your new body for a month. How are we feeling about it?
I feel so good. It feels literally the most amazing feeling ever to finally have like my flat stomach revealed and not have all that loose skin and like be able to see how hard I worked. And like, it's literally just like, I love that my love handles are so much smaller. He like really carved into my ass. So I love like how the top of it shaped.
You got a shelf, girl?
Yes. I had it before, but I had so much love handles that I couldn't grow my ass at the same rate my love handles were.
Gotcha.
Now, I am going to be talking to him about this BBL because looking at my butt before surgery and now it looks the exact same. Like there's nothing different other than my love handles have been reduced so much that my butt actually blends together and it looks so much better and I feel so much better. But there's like all the parts of my butt that have all the dimples and cellulite and indents are the exact same. So,
okay, well, you do know that BBLs don't take away.
Time.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away cellulite.
No. But I'm just saying, like, when I do side by side,
it looks exactly
identical.
Do you think he only put like 500 cc's in each booty cheek and like a minimal transfer? Or do you think he didn't do it at all?
I honestly don't know. You know, every day your body changes. So, like, it's really hard to even look at yourself in the mirror because one day you love yourself and the next day you're like, what the fuck happened to my shape?
And did they use previous lipocytes or did they make new incisions?
I'm pretty sure he used new ones. That's why I'm confused on like my upper back.
Because there's no incisions over there.
There's no.
Ooh, girl, you're already 1 month post-op. You need to get in that surgeon's office and say, hey, you forgot my back lipo.
Right.
Because you paid for that.
Too. No, for real. Because that's over $3,000.
I was going to say, are you asking for a refund or are you going to get back on the table after all the chaos?
So I do plan on getting back in the gym and like really like building my body to how I want it to be. So I don't know. Now I would love to have it sucked out because if everything else has been sucked out, if I do happen to gain some weight and whatever, I don't want to have like fat at the top of my back and not lower.
You don't want to be a big back.
No, I mean, it ain't that bad, but I don't want like if I'm crop top or something that's too small to be like, no.
Of course.
I paid the money for it, literally paid $3,000 for upper back lipo with J plasma. And I want it to be all, you know.
Of course. Now, let's talk about this recovery nightmare because I'm a little confused about the situation. You first mentioned that no recovery homes would respond to you. Why do you think that is?
So I Googled like recovery homes in Atlanta and I only found like maybe 2 of them. One of them, they wanted like $550 a night, which some people might not think that's expensive, but I was there for 7 days. So like to pay that much money, that's a lot of money.
It adds up.
In addition to all the other shit that I'm paying for. Like, So one of them ended up, I reached out to one like 5 different times. I emailed them, I called them, messaged them on Instagram, I text them. They never got back to me. That obviously was a sign I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yes.
The other one told me that they were booked, but she then told me that she was available, but that was like 2 days before coming out there. And again, like I can't afford to pay $550 for a night and have all my other expenses. Like I spent almost $30,000 already. So it adds up quick.
And you mentioned you got a referral by someone who claimed to have plastic surgery and then she abandoned you and you found out that she never had plastic surgery. So she lied.
Yes.
How the hell did what?
So I reached out to numerous friends that lived in Atlanta, like, hey, can I pay you $1,000? You know, I really probably am only going to need help like the first 3 days. Would you mind if I stayed with you? Like, I'll bring all my supplies, I'll bring everything. And everyone kept saying, oh yeah, I can help you. And then they would be like, oh, sorry, you know, something came up. I'm not in town that weekend. I'm like, literally had like 4 or 5 people cancel. So my one friend had just come back from Florida in August and she was like, hey, I met this girl at this beauty contest. She just had liposuction. I'm pretty sure from the same surgeon you had it from. You know, she said that she would be able to help you. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, she lives in Atlanta. She just had plastic surgery. Obviously, she knows what it entails. Like, she'll be the best person to help me. Come to find out, this girl did not even have liposuction. She had no plastic surgery. She literally said that because she was fat and sloppy. and wears a faja all the time and was like, I haven't gotten my massages, so I'm super swollen, when in reality you're fat as fuck. And wear a faja to make yourself feel better, which is fine. But don't lie and say that you had plastic surgery and you just came down there and you're like super swollen because you haven't had massages. And that's a fucking lie.
Holy shit. I have never met anyone that has lied about having plastic surgery.
Right.
I mean, we meet girls all the time who lie and say they don't have anything done, and they really did. But girl, you lying about having plastic surgery, but you don't have plastic surgery?
Right.
Make it make sense.
No, for real.
She just, she sounds like a pick-me girl.
I don't know what this girl is. I don't even understand how she makes her money.
And you were going to trust her to take care of you?
Yeah. I mean, if she had just been through the process, like, she knows what it entails, and like, versus someone that's never had surgery, like, sometimes it is a lot, and I didn't know how I was going to be after a tummy tuck and a BBL. Like, that's a lot to have done at one time.
I am so glad that she abandoned you, because God forbid if she lied and then you went to take, like, for her to take care of you, that would have been a complete disaster.
Well, she did actually take care of me. Yes.
Stephanee, mama, girl, sis.
I didn't know she didn't have surgery till after I was down there, until after I had my surgery. Then that's when the pieces started, like, falling into place.
How the hell did you find out that she lied?
Because she kept saying, oh, I'll just see how your results go to see if I'm going to go to that plastic surgeon or if I should go to Mexico, because I've always wanted to have plastic surgery. And I was like...
She got caught up in her own shit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And were you like laying there after plastic surgery? Like, what the hell did she just say?
Girl, it was like, it was a nightmare. After so she dropped me off the day of surgery, and I could hear them after surgery. They told her, like, it'll take about 4 hours. You can come back and get her. And they were calling her phone.
She abandoned you the day after surgery?
Not yet, but she took 9 hours to come and pick me up. I did not leave there till 6:30 p.m. and my surgery was at 9.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I could literally hear them. I'm like completely passed out, but like coming in and out of consciousness. And I hear the anesthesiologist, like, she's still here. And I hear them calling her phone and she's not answering. And then finally she comes and gets me.
And because, the surgeon has to pay for the anesthesiologist and the nurse to stay there to take care of you. And that adds up by the hour. And if you were there till 6:30 p.m. at night in the PACU recovery room waiting for your ride?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And where the hell was she? Where did she say she was?
She said she never heard her phone ring.
Girl, bye. You lying just like you lied that you got plastic surgery.
No, for real. And when she picked me up, she didn't have my pain meds, so I literally had to ride with her to go get my pain meds. We literally almost totaled the rental car because I didn't have a rental car because she didn't have a car.
She didn't have a car?
A few years ago. Yeah. So I was letting her drive this rental car, and I'm literally like yelling, slow down, slow down, slow down. And like, we're coming to a red light, and she literally almost rear-ended this semi, like as if she didn't see them in front of her. Like, I mean, we were within like a foot, 2 feet.
Whoa. And you stayed with this girl for 7 days?
No. So I had my surgery on Thursday. On Friday, I went to the plastic surgeon's office, and I was like crying in his office, like telling him I didn't feel safe and I didn't feel comfortable where I was. And he's like, absolutely not. I was like, I don't know what to do. I've reached out to so many recovery homes. They won't get back to me. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. He's like, well, hold on, let me make a phone call. So when he was in Miami, he was working with this lady named Maria, who had multiple recovery homes. And she was in the process of opening hers back up in Atlanta, or opening one in Atlanta.
Okay.
So he had called her. She called me. I was like, hey, if I need you, I'll call you. So Friday night, I go home.
You go back. You don't go home. You go back to crazy girl's house.
I go back to this girl's house. Mind you, I have a video of me cooking myself breakfast less than 24 hours after surgery because this girl didn't want to cook for me. She wasn't giving me my pain pills. Like, it was horrible. So she's like, I'm going to go out, but I'm only going to go out for a couple of hours. So I was like, okay. It's 11 p.m. at night. Like,
she was gone. She was in them streets, honey.
Boy, she was. 4:30 in the morning or 4 a.m. I'm texting her like, hey, where are you? I thought you were going to be gone for a little bit. Like, I really need you. I can't get out of bed without you. Like, I need to go to the bathroom. She wouldn't respond. So I just kept texting her. I kept calling her. She kept rejecting my call. And I was like, I think I popped one of my stitches trying to get out of the bed. I physically can't get back in the bed. She's like, oh my God, I'm on my way home. She didn't get home till 7:30 in the morning. She never came into the room to check on me. She literally brought me a protein shake that was like frosted ice at 1 p.m. Like, I could have literally been
At
dead,
one.
and she would have never even cared. No, nothing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is like, oh, I'm so glad we're sharing this story because shit like this happens. This is not made up. This is not out of a movie. Stephanee has lived it real life. If you do not have the proper aftercare in place after surgery, shit can go downhill real quick.
Even if you have friends and family, like, I hear stories all the time of girls like, oh, I went with my friend down there and now they're no longer friends. Like, the friend leaves you down there. Like, it's a lot to care for someone. So a recovery home, at least the first few days, is mandatory.
Private
7 days,
duty,
no, but
private duty nurse, recovery home, at least for the first 48 hours minimum.
Yes.
48 to 72. 72, 3 days if you really can. Like I said, you girls have to plan ahead. Yes, your surgery may be $30,000. Maybe wait one more month and save up $1,500 just so you could have a peace of mind and not end up with a psycho like Stephanee. Like, so much shit could have gone wrong. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was very bad. So I ended up calling, I actually stopped talking to my dad a few months ago for some crazy drama. He lived in Tuscaloosa, so he wasn't too far from me. He kept calling me while I was out there, like, checking on me. Are you okay? So I reached out to him, and he literally told me to figure it out, and he was going on vacation with his wife. But I'm calling him crying, like, I'm scared for my life. Like, I don't know what to do. I called my massage girl that's back here in Indy, and I was like, I'm going in and out of consciousness. Like, I haven't ate in X amount of hours. I haven't had pain pills. Like, I don't know what to do. Should have called 911, but she's like, what do you have in your bed? So I literally am on the phone with her, like, drinking this whole thing of Pedialyte, drinking a bunch of water, eating pistachios, and, like, finally started, like, coming back to. But I was texting that girl, Maria, that the surgeon told me about, told her what happened, was like, I need you to come and get me, like, right now. So her recovery home wasn't open at the time, so she actually let me stay in her personal home, which I'm beyond thankful for, because literally, if she wouldn't have done that, who knows what would have happened to me. But the girl lived with, like, a concierge and, like, this little fancy ass apartment. So I had to steal her keys to even be able to get downstairs, because the elevator doesn't let you go to any other levels without a key.
The fob.
So I'm, like, literally walking down the hall in my faja, got my drains in my hand, my compression socks are covered in blood, like, I'm pale as a ghost, completely hunched over, and I'm, like, walking to the front desk, and I'm, like, just crying to the concierge, like, I'm scared for my life, like, I don't know what to do, this girl's abandoned me, she's supposed to take care of me, like, someone's coming to save me. Please don't tow her car when she comes, like, just FYI type thing.
Oh, they were probably like, what in the horror movie is happening?
She was pissed.
My gosh, Stephanee, you've been through it, girl.
Right, no, for real.
Jesus Christ. And we're not talking to the psycho who abandoned you, correct?
No, hell no, I blocked her.
You cut her off, blocked her, like, told your other, did you tell your other friend that referred her?
Oh, yeah, she was pissed, like, super pissed, and she feels horrible. I mean, it's really not her fault, because she didn't know that girl for real. She was just trying to be helpful, but definitely was not a good situation.
This is why you can't take, like, oh, I know a person who knows a person who knows a person, because you really don't know that person.
No, for real.
Point blank, period. And you are getting surgery, whether it's plastic surgery or not, you're still getting surgery. There still could be major complications, and you could still lose your life if you mess around.
And like, you don't know how dependent you're going to be on them. So, like, you know, you might not need that much help and it'll be fine, or you'll need a shit ton of help. Like, thankfully, I didn't need a bunch of help.
This girl wasn't even there. She went out from 11 p.m. till 7:30 in the morning. God knows doing what. Who gets home at... It's not Miami. I mean, I guess it's Atlanta, but girl, what are you doing in the streets? Did you pay this girl?
Unfortunately.
You didn't ask for your money back?
So I was going to pay her $1,000, but because I had to rent a car, I was like, I'll pay you $700. The rental car is $300. And she's like, okay, that's fine.
Oh,
so she gave me back like $200. Which I was
she didn't even do anything for you. She provided a roof over your head, but you could have gone to a hotel for $200 and been by yourself fighting for your life.
For real.
Oh my gosh, you did not.
No, when that girl Maria came in, like, I didn't tell that girl I was leaving because I didn't know what would happen, and like, I'm obviously not in a state to fight anybody.
No.
So the girl came in, and of course the girl that was originally taking care of me was like super confrontational and like pissed off and like trying to get in my face. Like, I don't understand why you don't feel safe. I only went out for a little bit. Like, you would have been fine.
A little bit, sis. Be fucking for real. Be for real.
Because you literally didn't even check on me when you got home. Like, what if I was not fucking alive? Then what?
Oh my gosh. And she was mad that you were leaving?
Yeah.
I can't. So how long did you stay at the new girl, Maria's place, who was an angel on earth and literally saved your life?
I was there from Saturday until Tuesday.
Okay. And then you went to your another post-op appointment and went back home?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming your husband was watching the babies?
So he was working. Like, this is like a Illuminati type group that he had to get in with, and it's like hard to get in. So it was an opportunity he couldn't miss. So my mom had them.
So your husband was out working. The babies were with grandma. Did your husband know any of this was going down?
I wasn't really telling them because honestly, there wasn't like very much they can do. And like my mom's actually pissed that I didn't tell her. But I was like, in all honesty, like you are such a worry ward or whatever that like there's nothing you could have done. Like,
girl,
you wouldn't have been able to come out there.
You needed to let someone know because you were literally on your deathbed.
I know, but if they would have messaged this girl and said anything crazy like that,
they needed someone needed to fly down there and save your ass.
No, they definitely did. But
oh my goodness, the fact.
Yeah, so the crazy thing when we went to go, so I had to leave my rental car there, but I took the keys. And when we went to go get the car, there were 2 boots that were on my car because this bitch did not pay the parking that I gave her the money for. So I called her and was like, we're calling the police. Like, you need to get down here and pay this now. Like, this is not my responsibility. I paid you for parking. And I'm also going to be letting your apartment complex know because she's a dumbass and was like, oh, yeah, the garage door is broken because my friend was drunk and ran into it. So I was like, I'm going to be letting them know that your friend damaged the garage door. So you better hurry up and get down here. Of course, I told them anyways, because, like, fuck her.
Yeah.
So hopefully she gets kicked out of her apartment or something, because, like, she clearly doesn't give 2 shits about my life.
No. How scandalous. My goodness. I like how you keep on saying, and the crazy part is, and the crazy part, and you just keep hitting us with every single thing is crazier than the next.
Sad.
You would think this shit is off like a Lifetime movie.
No, for real.
Man, and
Thankfully,
how did
I made it out, though.
You made it out of Atlanta alive. You flew back to Indianapolis, correct?
Yeah.
That Tuesday?
Yeah.
Does this make you like are you scared to get surgery again if you were going to after all of this chaos?
No, I would definitely go back to Dr. Zusi, but I would actually make sure that I was in the right place. So like Maria does have her recovery open now in Atlanta, so I would definitely stay with her. I would go back to him. I truly like trust him. Obviously, I was like, oh, I could get this done or this done. Obviously, my husband's going to say hell no because I saved as much money as I could for this surgery.
Yeah.
So,
girl, you're like a cat. You got 9 lives, sis.
No, I mean, there's very minimum things that I would do. But, I mean, I plan on being in the gym and doing what I need to because we don't need people talking all this shit like I'm so fat, sloppy, and lazy like they want to keep saying I am.
Now, this is a good segue because the haters and going viral. I did my research. I read through your comments. I was looking at videos. You are getting slammed with hate.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, your story, let's start off with what video went viral for you on Instagram and when?
So I'm not even sure when the video took off because I had just re-added Instagram back, but I had posted a video. I had just given birth like 2.5 months before that. I had tried on a swimsuit that was literally from like when I was 19 and I've held on to it because I loved it. It's like this cute little skimpy ass Brazilian bikini. And I was in my office that is now converted to like a storage room. Yeah, there's shit everywhere in there, but like when you have kids and you're moving stuff in and out of storage, like shit happens. My apartment is not dirty, but that room is. So I think like maybe it being messy is what like truly made it go viral.
So you said you were 2 months 2 months postpartum. And you tried on a itty bitty bikini and you were kind of in a messy storage room. And that's the video that took off for you. Like people were like, what the?
Yeah. So everyone's like commenting how disgusting my apartment is. They're like, oh, I can see a bed or I can see this. Like you're literally making shit up.
Yeah.
And then like just all the comments like, oh, you're so fat, sloppy, and lazy. Like you guys will do anything but go to the gym. Like then like, oh, you need to make sure you're getting your lymphatic massages. I can see your like lymphedema or whatever the hell it's called. I'm like, what is it called?
Lymphedema. It's a chronic disease. Yeah.
No. Okay. So what after you have a plastic surgery when they tell you like that?
A lipoma?
Okay. Yeah. That one.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, I can see that. Like, bitch, no, you can't. Like, it's called loose skin. And I have a lot of it in my lower stomach. Like, I actually felt like I didn't look good, but I looked good for just giving birth and having 2 babies back to back. Like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. And like, how horrendous. Like, one, you went through a crazy first round of lipo. You lost a friend. Then you got pregnant unexpectedly, had 2 kids, you're postpartum, and now strangers have opinions on your body, your surgery, your choices, everything. And that has to really take a mental toll because I would crash out.
So the first day that I actually saw that it was going viral, it had like almost 1 million views. And like, I was reading the comments and I was like starting to cry and like get so pissed off.
Oh,
And then I was like, you know what? Like, fuck these people. It's nothing but trolls. It's fake ass pages. It's bitches that can't afford surgery. It's people that wish that they had my curves naturally. Like, it's not like real people, but it's
yeah.
crazy the amount of like business pages, like personal trainers, like, you're so fat, sloppy. Like,
Ooh,
you thrive off people that are fat and lazy. Like, so for you to bash me, it's crazy.
yeah.
Estheticians, like, hopefully you're gonna fix your ugly ass face too. Like, you do makeup, you do esthetician shit. Like, why are you talking
You're
shit
supposed to
about
be
someone's face?
you're supposed to be empowering women, helping them
It's
out,
crazy.
but you're talking shit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You saw that the video went viral. What was your reaction, and were you like, okay, I'm gonna hop on this train and see what happens?
So now the video is at over 11 million, and like it's just continuing to get more and more. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm trying to make as much money as I can on social media. Like, if this was what helps me get going, awesome. I started at 1,500 followers. Now I got 18,000. So I'm
Yes.
continuing to try to grow them. It's slowing down. I mean, posting is really annoying. You got to be constantly posting. Everyone's
Yeah.
always judging everything. So if I'm not doing something like super crazy in my video, or then like it doesn't get as many views.
Of course.
But, you know, I'm trying to post stuff that these people can talk as much shit as they want, because it's only going to help make me more money.
Yes. Now, I didn't see this itty bitty bikini post-op video. That's not, or postpartum video. That's not the video that I saw that went viral. I commented, I believe, on the video that I saw that was viral, and I believe it was one where you were standing there naked, I think in a post-op office,
Okay.
and you were like kind of showing yourself, but you were fully like naked. And I was like, oh, what did this girl do? And then I saw all the hate. I was like, why do they hate her so much? And then I went to your page and I was like, okay, we need to get homegirl on the pod.
Yeah. So that's not the video that went viral, but it was another one that, I mean, I have like loose skin on my stomach and I have these big ass love handles.
That one, yes, that one too. Yes.
Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about now.
I made then a little clapback video for them in that same swimsuit, like when I was 20 days post-op, showing like how much better I look. And like my shape was almost very similar. Like, if anything, my ass is smaller. Yes, it looks much better, but it is way smaller than it ever was.
And you've been, with your followers, you've been taking them on your surgery journey. You've been showing them the post-ops and all that. Are you going to continue to do that? Is that kind of going to be your niche right now, kind of riding the train of the plastic surgery?
Yeah. So I'm going to push that as much as I can, and then like trying to encourage people, because it's very discouraging as I'm going through the process right now, like how much your body changes, and like one day loving it, next day hating it, to show them like, so I'm taking pictures and then going to post like when I'm at maybe 6 months to say like, these are the stages you go through. Like, it's a process, just hold on. You're going to get to where you want. But then also like encouraging people, like when I am back in the gym. So like having either moms or new people that don't work out, like slowly taking it into fitness with me, involving my kids. So like really turning it back into my fitness page.
I love that. The negativity is almost like pushing you to speak out more and help other women that are, in the same shoes as you.
Yeah. And like, I saw so many videos of girls that had tummy tucks and BBLs, and like they were up moving around the next day. And I'm like, oh, I'll be cool. I'll be fine. Like, it's not going to be that big of a deal. If they can do it. And this person, like, there's like 15, 20 different people. I'll be fine. And in reality, like, that's not.
And Stephanee, this is exactly why we're sharing this story, because what we see online, some people may have a great recovery, like they got the golden ticket, but most of the time it is hard. It's not what we see on TikTok or YouTube, and you are a living testimony of that.
Right.
Now, looking back and lessons learned, what's something that you wish you had known before ever getting plastic surgery?
To definitely do my research and make sure that they are a legit surgeon, find out if they've ever had any casualties, if they've had any lawsuits, and definitely like just constantly looking at result pictures of people, not like immediately after surgery. Like, I want to see 6 months, 8 months down the road. But I know my situation will be different, because not saying everybody does this, but a lot of girls that do get plastic surgery don't plan on working out, and they still eat like shit, and they just go back on the table again. So I want to be different. Yeah, I had a tummy tuck. Who fucking cares? Like, loose skin doesn't come off in the gym.
Yes.
So,
Definitely doing your research is utmost important, making sure you're with a reputable board certified surgeon, and also your recovery nurse or your recovery home.
Yes.
Double check that that recovery home doesn't have strikes or that they have the proper credentials, and even the nurse. It's very important because it all plays a big factor in your safety and your recovery.
So those two sisters that just died, well, the one sister that just died in Miami,
Yes,
that had plastic surgery, so they were actually supposed to stay with Maria, and they had told her, you know, we're not going to stay with you, whatever. It was because the other place was $225 cheaper. So she was like, if they would have told me like it was a money thing, I would have worked with them. Like, it's not all about the money.
And we are talking about the viral story. Her name was Star, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, and I wanted to follow up on this. A couple podcasts ago, we were talking about this when the story was going viral, and she passed away. And she passed away because she didn't want to spend an extra $225 at this recovery home. Where did she end up recovering? At a different one? Yes, correct?
Yes, yeah, so that's the one that killed her. So the sister actually texted Maria and was like, I just want to let you know, we both had our surgery. My sister didn't make it. X, Y, and Z, like, yeah.
And I did reach out to the sister. I couldn't find any other contact. Her page was private, but I did comment on a video and I said, hey, I'm so sorry for your loss. I said, when the time is right, I would love to have you on the podcast because I really want to share and showcase how important, you know, this is, and, you know, to spread awareness to other girls looking to get the same surgery and even go to the same recovery house as you. I really want to shed a light on this so we could maybe save other lives.
No, for real.
My goodness, that breaks my heart, truly.
Crazy.
What advice would you give to women listening who are considering surgery after weight loss?
I mean, plastic surgery is a huge thing. It's not like something you can just wake up and decide to go get done. Just like if you were training for a marathon, I mean, you actually have to train for that marathon. So making sure that your health is all the way where it needs to be internally, taking the right supplements, making sure that you're set up to be able to have surgery. You know, not everyone has a successful story with surgery. I didn't experience a whole lot of pain, thankfully, but I mean, you know, obviously when you do lose a bunch of weight, having a bunch of like loose skin removal, whether inner thigh, arm, stuff like that, is very painful. It's a lot of trauma on your body. So just make sure that you are physically and internally preparing for that surgery.
I love that advice. And Stephanee, girl, I am so glad you are here today to share your story. Your story is probably one of the craziest stories I have ever heard as a plastic surgery nurse. This is going to live rent-free in my head. My goodness, but I'm so glad we were able to share it and make people and the girls aware of how scary the surgery journey can be. It's not always glitz and glamour.
No.
Yeah.
At all.
And what's coming up next for you? Anything, you know, with content wise or social media or work, anything with the babies?
Just trying to get my body all the way healed so we start doing a lot of like traveling for like concerts and stuff. So just being prepared. So I actually went and worked in Nashville this past weekend.
Okay.
And I popped 2 of my tummy tuck stitches.
Girl,
just doing way too fucking much.
Oh.
But I also thought I had an in-ground hair in my incision and plucked it, and I think that I pulled a stitch out. So that
I saw a video about that. Like, you literally just posted it, and I was like, oh my goodness. When are you? Oh, you're all the way in Indianapolis, and your surgeon's in Atlanta. So what's the game plan?
So I've sent them pictures. They've called in an antibiotic for me because I did have like a little bit of pus in that area.
Okay.
I am like trying to keep it as dry as possible. I'm not putting any tape on it. I'm just in those specific spots, just so it has time to air out and heal. It doesn't look horrible. The incision is honestly beautiful. It's super clean. It's small. Like, it looks so good. So I don't want to fuck it up.
Okay. Well, if you ever have any post-op questions or need like something looked at and your surgeon's not getting back to you, obviously I'm not your surgeon, but reach out to me whenever. I can give you, you know, nursing advice or say, hey, like, no, you need to bother your surgeon and reach out to them. I'm here 24/7, so don't feel scared or whatever to reach out, honestly.
I appreciate that because I might have a question.
Of course. DM me. I'll give you my cell phone number and we could chat. No worries.
Cool.
Well, girlfriend, I know you have 2 babies to take care of and it's a weekend, and I thank you so much for coming on All Things Plastics. And girl, if you get anything done anymore or anything, like, make sure you have everything in place.
Reach out. Right.
Or whatever. Reach out to me. I can help you find board certified surgeon or a recovery place, or be like, hey, I'm going to get this done and can you check up on this for me? I'll help you out, girl, because you've been through it. All right, babe. Well, you guys, thank you for listening to today's episode. And if you want to take a look at Stephanee's socials and Instagram, we will be tagging and collaborating with her. So you can head on over to her Instagram and see the chaos and all her fitness content and her surgery recovery content as well. And we will be seeing and talking to you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.